Hi, it's David Heatley here. Now today I'm going to talk about two things that are quite interrelated. The first one is how to keep your motivation going and how to improve your motivation so that you can really get stuck into your riding. And the second one is about finding the time to train. Now the reason why they're so interrelated is that a lot of it's about goal setting and planning. Now, I know you probably think, yeah, I know about goal setting and planning, I do a bit of that and whatever, but here's some really important tips to help you really get that knuckled down and really get it solidified so that you get this motivation, this powerful motivation back with your riding. And also finding the time to train. I know, like we're running around with our pants on fire, and if your year last year was anything like my year, 2016, I just felt like I was absolutely chasing my tail. Now, I've spent quite a bit of time over the Christmas break working through my planning and my goal setting and my reasons why, because the thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to ride more. I wanted to ride more this year. And I knew that the only way that I was going to be able to do that is if I changed what I was doing from last year. So I spent quite a bit of time while we were on our cruise ship away in the Pacific Islands. It was beautiful, working through a whole lot of goal setting and planning methodology and working through my goals and helping me to solidify what I wanted to get out of my riding and the reasons why and those sort of things. So look, this video is not about me, this video is about you and how you can use this process to work through finding more time to train and really finding a deep motivation for your cycling. Because look, we all love riding our bikes. So let's get into it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to review last year, 2016. Have a review of it. 2016, what went well, what worked out really well, what didn't work out so well, all right? And then from there, start writing down some goals, just on paper, and this is the powerful thing. Get them down on paper, start writing down some simple goals. Now I had a really simple goal. For this year, I just wanted to ride 10,000 kilometers for this year. And I just broke that down. So what does that equal on a weekly basis? It's 200 kilometers a week. Now I knew that I could achieve 200 kilometers a week because it's not too much of a commitment to my time. And if I plan right, I can put that in. Now, once you've reviewed your season and you write down those goals, now we talk about goals, measurable, attainable, achievable. You want to make them a little bit scary, a little bit audacious. But the really powerful thing about those goals is the reason why. It's okay to say, I want to be better at hill climbing, or I want to do more riding, or whatever. Those are kind of flaky goals. You want to get some solid goals that are measurable and tangible, all right? And figure out why you want to do them. What is the motivation behind that goal? And for me, I've got bigger things that I want to do with riding, and I knew that the important thing for me around getting this 10,000 kilometers a year goal sorted out was that it was a stepping stone to something greater that I want to do with my riding, all right? Now, when I'm working with my clients and we're talking about, they're losing their motivation for training, I say, look, you really need to go back and find out the reason why. Why are you doing this? What is it that drives you to wake yourself up in the morning and do this? Is it because you're training for an event? Or are you training for a trip over to Europe? Or whatever. What is the reason why? Or do you want to be better riding with cycling buddies? So the why is very important. Writing it down on a piece of paper is very important, and reviewing it regularly. Now I've got a big seasonal planner that I've put together that's got my goals on it. I'm reviewing it on a daily and a weekly basis, and I'm making sure that I'm correcting as I'm going, all right? Now the other thing about goals is that it's important to tell a few people. Now it's about your goals. Now the thing about that is that you've got to tell the right type of people. It's no sense telling everybody about your goals, because some people may not necessarily want to support you in those goals. And you really want to tell them your goals to the people that are supportive around you. Your partner, your kids, your work colleagues that you've got a relationship with. Those sort of people that are supportive in your life. Those are the people that you want to tell your goals with. And they'll help support you with your goals once they understand, the clear reasons why you're doing it, and why it's important to you. So that's really important. Now I talked about finding the time to train. So let's get into that now. once you've got a clear idea on what your goals are and you've got a plan around how you're going to work through that, and that's the other important thing, I've got it scheduled in. I go training at this time in the morning, and I've worked out my schedule, my weekly routine, so that I've got enough time to fit that in. Because now, one of the biggest issues that I had last year was that I was feeling like I was chasing my tail. But now that I've got a big plan for what I'm doing for the year, I understand that, oh look, I don't have to worry about all this stuff right now. I can worry about it later on because I've got it planned in this block on my seasonal planner for this year. And that means that I'm not stressing out all the time about all the stuff I need to do. All I'm worried about is just working on what I need to do this week, with the understanding that I've got all this other stuff that I'm going to be doing throughout the year that will achieve my other goals in my life, all right? So once you've got this kind of plan around how you're going to work through all the stuff that you've got to do in your life, then you fit your cycling in around that, all right? And it becomes a lot easier because you're not waking up in the morning. For me, I used to wake up in the morning, oh geez, oh boy, I've got all this stuff, where do I start? I've got all this stuff I've got to do, you know, and it was like, oh well, I'll just put my cycling on the back burner today because I've got all this stuff. So by having a clear plan on where everything's slotted in, it's really helping me, and I think it'll really help you work through that. Now the great exciting thing is that I love teaching this stuff, and of course I'm really excited about walking this through with my members tonight. So we've got a webinar tonight, and I'll be walking through my members, people in our members area, around this whole process and getting their seasonal planner sorted out, what they're going to do for the year, what their goals are, and working through this whole process. And I'm really, really excited about it. So look, if you want to find a little bit more about our members area, just click on the link below. It gives you a bit of information about it. But look, all the best with your training, and I hope that you do at least write down a couple of goals, find the reason why. It'll help motivate you. It's the motivation that gets you out of bed in the morning, out training. And do a bit of pre-planning. When you start planning out your life, it just makes it so much easier. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen in the future. You just need to deal with the now, with the understanding that you'll take care of everything else, later on. So look, I hope that's helped. David Heatley here from Cycling Informed. Enjoy the ride.